wild, wonky, kind of crazy. And what else do we have to say? So, guys, we have just finished the Silent Hill F on the channel here. I really want to say I liked the game. I really do. I can't fully say that though. I mean, I enjoyed parts of the game and I enjoyed portions of it, but I think for me, the combat really degraded the gameplay. It was so like abusive, especially like it wasn't even bad whenever it came to just one enemy. One enemy was absolutely fine. You could fight them, except for like the bigger ones. One enemy though was absolutely fine, and it did all right. When it came to like using the focus and the sanity and all that stuff, yeah, that made sense. But also when it came to just regular combat, the parry time, I guess you call it parry time. I wouldn't really call it parry timings. Your counter, we'll call it the counter. Your counter timings were interesting because it would be, unless you were focused, it would be so fast that most people don't have that reaction time. I know that there's going to be the big argument here. Hey, get good. I know that argument. I've heard it my whole life. I'm not an MLG. I am not a major league gamer, and I do not claim to be. I am your casual everyday gamer that enjoys the games that he plays or really wants to. But if you're watching through the videos, you can even see the times where I get frustrated with this combat. Especially like your camera angles locking in whenever you all of a sudden can't see. Your stuns weren't viable enough. The frames were clunky, very clunky. Like you would hit and then you would have to go through the entire animation recoil and it's coming and oh, now you can dodge. So it's kind of one of those things that's like, sure, I'm sure that there are diehard fans out there of the Silent Hill series. They're gonna defend it. Every series, every franchise has those diehard fans that they would rather sweat blood and die than ever say that, hey, their favorite franchise dropped the ball. And I'm not saying they dropped the ball. The story lost me, but I think it was good. So it also comes down to, I mean, this is my first Silent Hill game, so maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention and I should have been more. However, after looking up lore online to kind of wrap my head, before I did this review, I wanted to wrap my head around the story because I had no idea what was going on. So, from what I understand, your character Hinako is insane. Like, not like a split personality sort of thing. And this may be wrong. Correct me in the comments. This is just what I'm reading. There's actually you and what they call the Fox Hinako, which obviously is the one that was in the Dark Shrine that then became the Maiden. Spoiler alert, by the way. Sorry about that. But I don't. So I just I don't get it. So you were forced to marry off to this one kid for your father's debt, and the one kid is who's later introduced in the little letters that you find around, and you actually see him for the first time in the cutscene that's in the park whenever you first come back to the city. And you go in, and then even Hinako says, I don't remember that. Like, she even talks about, I don't remember that meeting. And that is apparently him, the one that you are to marry, I guess. Okay, I guess I would have appreciated a better introduction. Now, from what I understand, that is actually Fox Mask. In your delusion, that is the Fox Mask. That's the guy who is beforehand. But apparently your father has decided that you're going to get married off to this because he's the descendant of some family, the Sanuki, who are very wealthy. So your father decides to marry you off, and on your wedding day, you go completely berserk, murder all of your friends, and also murder your parents. That is shown at the end, by the way, to back that up on also where it is. That's shown at the end. after the credits where there's a cutscene of the police talking and they say the wedding massacre. So, yeah, I mean, but you're telling me that this person that you're often marrying is a major player in this story, and yet you don't hear about him like by name until way later into the game. And even then, like, it introduces him one time, and other than that, all you get is strict mother's letters. Which I'm guessing that's referring, because she was like a maid that was kicked out of this main branch family. So there's the story is kind of convoluted, I guess. It's you're sitting here going, is this the afterlife? Am I insane? What is going on? Because I'm and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but from what I understand, that other Silent Hill games, it's more like an in-between life and death. I believe. That may be wrong. I may be completely wrong, but I believe it's like life and death. In this one, it's literally you taking pills, I guess, and it excuse me, for those of you who don't know, is like the red pills and the red capsules that you're given. Obviously, you should know if you've watched the playthrough. Are like your antipsychotic medication that are given to you by Shu. In fact, he gives them to you at the very beginning. If you watch, whenever you sit down on the bench with him, he gives a box of them. And so they are to keep you sane. Hanako says in the game that it keeps her balanced and level. But so it's just a random story point. It doesn't really differentiate how the world's being seen or why the world's being seen. Who are you actually killing when you're running through? It talks about 2 males being dead at the end. I'm assuming, who is that? Is that the fox and Shu, or what? Like, what is going on? And that's my frustration. So again, there's going to be diehard fans who are going to say, no, this is just how Silent Hill's always been. Silent Hill always is this way. It's going to be amazing. It's awesome. I personally don't think so. It's not going to prevent me from playing other Silent Hill games as they come out. I'm still going to play Silent Hill games. I want to enjoy Silent Hill. Also, another thing is because it doesn't seem to be that this is a normal Silent Hill game. I've heard that the combat system was like a experiment. They want to test something new, I guess, which is fine. But to me, it's like games, they tried to do way too much. Like, they were like, we want to have a really good story, and they had a decent one. I'm sure if I did diving and investigation and just like go full in, that I would know what's going on. I did not, and that's not really how I want to play games. I know that sounds bad, but even if I'm not just doing it for recording, that's not how I play games. I'm not a completionist. I'm not 100%er. I'm literally just, hey, I want to play through this game and I want to be done with it, and I want to enjoy it throughout the way. So I lost my train of thought there, but they've tried to do too much with this game, and it's like they did really good. And then they're like, oh, and you know what all these people who are chasing the regular Silent Hill story experience want? Annoying combat that is clunky and is just not optimized. That's what they want. And they missed the mark on that, in my personal opinion. Again, you guys can tear me up and down. You guys can make up whatever you want. You can change your minds. You can have your own opinion. This is just my opinion, because this is my review and my video, damn it. So let me know. I actually want to know in the comments if there's something that would have made it easier. And for me, also another part of the combat that gets it is like, items should be optional. Hot take there. Items should be optional. I shouldn't have to constantly be using my Higashi. I do get that they give you plenty of them. Trust me, there is more than enough. If you watch the playthrough, there's more than enough times where I'm just like, hey, I don't need any more items because I'm full. But I shouldn't have to constantly be managing my inventory and all that for a story game. If this was a full-bore combat game, yeah. But I'm here to enjoy the story. I'm not here to enjoy the combat. And to be honest, I had a hard time enjoying the story. I left completely lost. I did. So, guys, sorry, I started rambling there. I want to know what you guys think. Go ahead and leave in the comments what you guys think. If you guys played it through, go ahead and tell me what I missed or what I should have done to help out. If you're a die-hard Silent Hill fan, this may be hard for you to understand. No offense. You probably love the game, and it's that normalcy bias. So, anyway, everybody drop in comments. Tell me what you think. This has been my review. Welcome to Zionic Zone. I am your host, Zionic, and I appreciate you all. I'm going to see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.